is Rachel, and I'm going to do a mid-year check-in today. So first of all, the Goodreads goal. As of filming today, I have completed 52 books out of my 80-book goal, which means I am at 65% complete, and I am 13 books ahead of schedule. Next up, let's talk about some books that I've really enjoyed this year. So these are in no particular order, just 5 that I listed that are my top picks so far. Number 1 was Escape from Asylum by Madeline Rowe. I just finished this one, and it's actually the prequel in the Asylum series, which is kind of odd. I feel like most of the time I don't like prequels, but I think this was the best book so far in the series. It follows a boy named Ricky who is locked in an asylum because he is bisexual, and the warden is doing all these weird experiments on people, and obviously it's about his escape from this asylum. Now, the asylum is what plays into the rest of the series. The rest of the series revolves around these students who come to this special summer college program, and the dorm they're assigned to is the asylum after it's been closed down, called Brookline. So when it's not an asylum anymore, it becomes a dorm room, and that's where these students stay, and of course they're haunted by the past of this asylum. So the asylum is really what kind of plays through most of the books, except for the third one, which is kind of strange, but I won't get into that. But the prequel, Escape from Asylum, was amazing. Next up is another one that I just thought was phenomenal. I wasn't expecting much from this. I picked it because of the cover, because I thought it was going to be cutesy, and it was close to Shark Week, but it ended up being so deep and relevant and just amazing, and that is Before We Go Extinct by Karen Rivers. By the time this video goes up, I will probably have mentioned this book in at least 3 or 4 videos, but it is so good, and it really just it's a story of this boy who is dealing with his grief. His best friend has just fallen from this beam on this construction site, and he's struggling with, did he actually fall, or did he kind of fall intentionally to kill himself, and why, and did he have a part, and just the grief of missing somebody. It's just such a good book. It was amazing. Next is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, the 4th and final book in the Raven King cycle series, or excuse me, the Raven cycle series. It was so good. The whole Raven cycle series was amazing, and I loved it. Now, I will say that I gave this one like a 4.5 because I wasn't completely stoked by the ending. That's all I'm gonna say. But the whole series was great. I highly recommend it. I will definitely be reading it again. Next up is Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I am so mad at myself that I waited so long to read this book because it was so good. I did not expect it to be that good, and I don't know why. I didn't think it would be able to keep my attention as much as it did. I mean, this is literally a page-turner book. It was so good. I cannot wait for A Torch in the Night to come out. Like, I can't wait. I'm so excited. And all of you people that have ARC of that, I'm very jealous of you at this moment. I am so jealous. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to wait until it comes out in August. And number 5 is one of the first books that I read this year in January, and that's To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I had never read a Jenny Han book before, and I really wasn't expecting much, but I really enjoyed it. This is probably one of the only books I've ever sat down and read all in one day that wasn't like a graphic novel or a children's book, like a regular sized book that I read in one sitting. I sat on the couch down here and I read it in an entire day. That speaks volumes for that book. It just kept me in. And I mean, I was even irritated about some of the things in the book. I would have given it a 5, but it was just such a good book. I had to know what happened. I was drawn into it. So I was blown away, loved it. And those are my top 5 so far. I will tell you that so far, some releases that I've enjoyed were A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, which was the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic. I was so highly anticipating this book, and it wasn't quite as good as what I thought it was going to be, but it was still really good. I cannot wait for A Conjuring of Light to come out next year in 2017. Also, The Raven King, which I've already mentioned, loved it. Last Star was another one that I was so excited about, and I actually have it signed over there waiting. As soon as I have time to read it, I can't wait to wrap that series up, and that is the last book in the 5th Wave series. Now, looking forward for this year, I'm still waiting for This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab, which is coming out roughly a week from now when I'm filming this. I am so excited. It's a young adult book about monsters and humans, and I just can't wait. I have been waiting for this book for so long. I'm so excited. And I've already mentioned Torch Against the Night. You know how I feel about that one. Gemina, which is the sequel to Illuminae. I'm so pumped for that. I think it's going to be great. I really am excited to see what they do with the second book. I'm not sure. I have no idea where they're going to go with it, so I'm excited to see. And then my last really anticipated book is going to be Blood for Blood, which is the sequel to Wolf by Wolf, which probably would have been my 6th favorite read so far this year. It just barely got edged out by the other ones, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm so excited for Blood for Blood. Now, for TBR, for the rest of the year, my big goals, I really want to read Reached by Ali Condi. That'll finish out that series for me. I really want to read P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, which is the second book to All the Boys I've Loved Before. I wanted to read it originally because it was a duology. It would finish up the series, and because I loved To All the Boys I Loved Before, but what? We just found out there's going to be a third book in what was a duology, so now I have to read it ASAP, so I'm ready for the third book to come out. I really want to read Anne and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. That series just sounds like it'd be perfect for me, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but that's gonna happen. I really want to read the third Harry Potter book. I've read 1 and 2. I'm up to 3 now. I just bought the audiobook from Audible, so I'm ready to go. Gonna get that done this year. I also want to read The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I haven't started that series at all yet, and that's all everybody talks about on BookTube, all the kids at school, like everybody. I've got to read that book. And then lastly, I really want to get to The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. I have not read that yet, and I'm so excited about the premise of it being a retelling of 1001 Nights. I just really want to get to that. So that's what I'm looking forward to for the rest of 2016. So thank you for watching. Thanks for staying up with me so far, and I hope you are having a really good mid-year experience as well. And I cannot believe the year is almost half over. Before you know it, we're going to be making year-end wrap-up videos, and it's going to be 2017. Phew. I don't know where time goes, but thanks for watching, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe, and it'll alert you to when I post new videos, and I'll be glad to have you here on my channel. And again, thanks for watching. I will see you soon with another video. Bye for now.